challenge is a game of Clue. We will be receiving in just a moment a list of who, when, and how, which represents the danger to a historical figure that is dying in an untimely manner. The job is to find out who is in danger, when they're in danger, and how they're in danger, and save them. This is a game of Clue, so each round you will state one true thing about yourself, and once you've done that, you can make a guess or a save. A save is one shot only. If you get it wrong, you're out. If you get it right, you've won. A guess can be done each round, and it just gives you one piece of information, that being one card held by another player that is not the correct answer. All right, we are going to proceed. First thing I'm going to do is give you your list, and I'm going to do that here. That is the complete list, although not arranged as well as it could be. But you see where historical figures, time period, place, and danger, disaster separates them. All right. Now, in your private chat in Skype, I will start giving you your cards.
I have to open Skype up, that way I can type to you privately, David.
You won't need to.
I don't have to type, I need to keep like 2 windows open, that way I can see your responses.
That's fine.
So this is going to be in both Skype and on this?
It has to be, because there's no way to privately message in Ghang.
Okay.
My computer is such a mess.
Mine's not much better. It's been acting up.
I am getting mine upgraded next week. Probably.
Alright, why don't I see you, Chris? There you are. Okay.
What is Y2K?
Why? That's the year 2000, the big scare about the computers all crashing.
David, did you see my message?
Not yet. Give me just a second. I need to make sure everyone's got their cards first.
Yeah, check her message.
Yeah, that's correct. The cards are random. You don't have one of each.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I did not understand that part.
All right, and now we will begin. Everybody has their cards. They can see them correctly now.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull up Skype for that.
I'm looking at them now, though. I'm writing them.
Okay. Anybody else need a moment?
No, I'm ready now.
Okay, good.
I don't have to like see you for any reason, do I? Because I have like my Skype up now with your page up.
Yep, that's fine. I need to see you, but you don't need to see me.
So you only have, we can only make a guess for one card, not a full guess, not a full slate?
No, you give a full guess, but you only get information on one card.
Okay, that works.
You're only told one that is not correct. And
okay.
Who has it. Okay, first up is Ruben. First, tell us a true thing about yourself.
Okay. Like, I'm 24 years old. Is that stuff like that?
That works.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do Alexander the Great, Age of Disco, and Plummets Off Cliff.
You are a big fat cheater head. Congrats. Those they're.
You serious?
I'm fucking serious.
Are you serious? Just like that?
I'm fucking serious.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did he just get them all right?
Yeah, he did. Got him all right.
Are you?
I wrote all that down for nothing.
I know, so did I. I wrote it all down.
Oh my god.
How lucky! Like, oh my god.
Wait a minute, let me throw a book through my window.
I wanted to do the math of what's the chances of that.
Alright.
That's crazy.
Don't you have to say fuck, dude?
Hey, David, great challenge.
It actually is a challenge. What's the freaking chance?
Oh my god, that was like the fastest challenge yet.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, Ruben. Ruben, you have won immunity time.
Congrats, Ruben.
Congrats, Ruben.
Alright, thank you.
I think it's so funny.
I'm sorry.
Crazy. I'm still sitting here shocked. I was like, damn, like I had my marker board out, like I was ready to go.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
know,
Like,
I
I
had
made my
my
whole list and everything. Like,
You want to know how absolutely you slammed me just now? The correct answer to that would have been for me to privately tell you there was no cards wrong and let it come back around to you. That's how completely flabbergasted you've just made me.
I'm sorry.
I completely
I had no idea. Like,
Not that you weren't going to win anyway, but goddamn. Congratulations. You guys want to take a few minutes to deliberate? Go off, mute yourselves and talk on Skype or something?
It's crazy.
Other than it's either that or we can jump right into Tribal Council. Up to you guys.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm probably jumping right into it.
Do you want to deliberate? I mean,
If you want to deliberate, I can give you 15 minutes to do that.
sure, why not? I think it's kind of. I feel like this. I'm like sitting here like this is gonna take like an hour, hour and a half. Fucking Ruben comes out the first time, and I'm just like ready for my turn on this freaking Clue game. Nope, no turn for Dalton.
I'm sorry.
That was crazy.
He said the first one, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he said the second one, and I'm thinking, really? And then he said the third one, and I was like,
Well, the thing is I didn't have any house. Like, I literally just guessed the how. Like, 'cause I only had 2 place and then 2 who and 1 who.
Oh, my God. We need to fly to Vegas right now. Right now. We need to go find a plane somewhere and fly to Vegas right now. Go buy a lottery ticket.
Oh my god, I love Clue too. I just never win. This is my first time winning Clue.
I'm gonna go drink.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I know. I feel like I need like another drink too. I've been drinking all day at my friend's wedding, but I feel like I need another one.
Unfortunately, this is all I have to drink.
Oh wow, that was crazy.
That was just wrong.
You don't need to shift it. If you don't feel well, you don't need to be like eating a ton of food. Oh, okay.
trying to remember exactly what was going through my mind when he said that. Like, that sounds really familiar. That's what went through my head when he said it. That sounds really familiar. And it took a moment before my brain told me why. Yeah, if I ever run this challenge again, I think I'm going to have to establish a rule. If you guess it right the first time out, it doesn't count.
Something else is, like, using include, there's actually 9 places instead of just 6. So I think, like, more places would probably help.
I thought about that. I realized that this would make this challenge way too long, especially starting late. Well, it didn't take too long.
I mean, I'm kind of upset because, like, I prepared for a challenge, like, looking at the entire pro boards all the way back, and that was going to be about the pass of the game. So I took notes on, like, the entire season. And
Oh, God.
didn't need them, obviously.
Relatable?
What is that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry.
somewhere. Oh my
I guess I
God.
can mute now.
That's funny.
I'm on my porch. I'm sorry. I'll mute. My bad.
No, that's okay.
It's funny. It sounds like B-52 fighters dive bombing.
Yeah. It's because I'm like on my porch, so like cars are like going by like outside over, you know.
I swear I thought a plane was landing in your backyard.
I'm sorry. My bad. I mean, if it bothers you, I can mute. I promise. It's not big of a deal.
Yeah, I totally heard a P-52 buzzing you.
Did you not hear that? I totally heard that.
I heard it.
Sorry.
But it was probably a Honda. Same engine.
Pretty much. Oh, B-52?
P.
That's an American plane. It didn't have a Honda engine.
All right, a 0.
Buick. Not Honda.
All right, guys, you got about 3 minutes left.
Where'd Dalton go?
David, is there any way you can message me whenever Travis starts?
Starting in like 1 minute.
Alright. Is there any way I can go like listen to an announcement in a different class?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I can see. I think I can do Skype call and at the same time. I'll just mute.
We're basically just going to wait for Dalton to get back at this point.
Where's Chris?
He dropped out of the call, didn't he?
Ruben, I still guessed that on the first try. I'm in shock. I couldn't even say any words when it happened.
Oh, there's Chris.
I'm back. Sorry.
So now we're waiting on Dalton to get back.
Did anybody message him?
I'll drop him a line.
Okay.
There he is. All right. Ruben, you ready? You back? All right, we'll give him about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start. All right, welcome to your final 5 Tribal Council. Getting down to the line. Ruben, are you ready? I guess not. Well, then I'll ask somebody else. So, Ruben, during this challenge, pulled out a really unlikely win by basically making a guess for a clue on the first shot, like right out of the gate. What was going through your head when that happened? That question was for Chris.
Oh my God, what was the question? Sorry.
So when Ruben
It's so obvious I wasn't listening.
out of the blue like that, literally the first guess. What was going through your head when that happened?
I was trying to think of what the odds were, like the mathematical odds of him guessing that out of all those different choices. Like, that's literally crazy.
Does anybody know how to actually work out those odds?
No, I don't know. I would have won millions of dollars a day, but I don't math.
If I'm not mistaken, it would be 6 to the power of 6 to the power of 6. But I could be wrong about that. I'm no mathematician.
Yeah, I probably looked at it. Like, that's crazy. That's what I was thinking, though. Like, how freaking crazy is that?
So, Ruben, can you hear us now?
Sorry, I'm like multitasking. I'm sorry. What's up?
That's okay. Well, I just asked Chris what was going through his head when you pulled that win out of nowhere. What was going through yours?
I'm a lucky ass son of a bitch. I should probably go to a casino, start playing, slot machines or something. I've never won a Clue game before in my life. It's my favorite board game. I've never won Clue, and I won on the first try this time. So, yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm happy, lucky, but happy.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Tonight's vote is awful pivotal as to who actually winds up in the final two next Sunday. At this point in the game, what are you thinking in terms of who needs to go and who needs to stay?
I'm so confused. I don't know, but I do know that I hope that whoever goes understands that everybody, I mean, from here on, we need to understand that we're voting for our game and not because we don't like somebody or because we have a grudge against somebody, and that we can remain friends after this.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Baxter, what is your criterion? Is loyalty leading up to this point more important than setting yourself up for a win at Final Tribal Council, or is there something else going through your head? He's holding up a finger. It's not the middle one, so I'm guessing he's actually going to answer.
Oh, what's up? Sorry.
That question is for Baxter.
Oh, okay.
Who is asking me to wait for some reason. Well then, to hell with you, Baxter. We'll ask Chris. Same question.
Of what my criteria is for tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, message. I think it's just to try to like make the best situation for me going forward. I think you have to think of it as a game, like Tracy said. Like I like all these people here as people. It's just a game. I think we all know it's just a game. So I think we have to just make the best choices for us to go forward. Best chances to win.
Okay. So Ruben, in leading up to this point, the crew of people that you had apparently been working with were dropping like flies right on up to now. But with the numbers the way they are, it would appear on the surface at least that you might have a little bit of power. Do you think that's actually what's going down tonight?
I mean, I like to think that's what's going on. The issue with me though is like even though I have immunity tonight, there's 2 people in the game that I would have thought would have came to me and at least tried to do something, but they actually didn't even attempt anything. They didn't try anything. They didn't talk to me at all. They assumed that I was pretty much going next. That would have won immunity, I guess. So they didn't even attempt to do anything about it.
I don't think
So
that's the case at all. I mean, my thing is that if I felt like I had a bat's eye in hell with getting a move successfully accomplished with Ruben, I would have approached him. But at this point, I think the line is drawn in the sand, and I think Ruben has an incredible way of words. So anything I tell him, I could give him an inch, and I think he would take it a mile, and I could very well go out 4-1 whenever I could go into the tribal expecting no votes.
I mean, that's partly true, and that's also a possibility. But the thing for me is, what really bothered me is that, like, even if that was the case, like you, what happened? What did you expect was going to happen if I won immunity?
What?
Like, what do you expect was going to happen if I won immunity, like I did tonight?
What's going to happen is that, you know, at this point you follow your pill of pride and you move on. And if your game suffers, then your game suffers. I mean, there are times in a game where you make moves and you ostracize certain people. And I'm not going to appear fake and try to come back and appear to work with you, Ruben. And that's just how it is. And if I go home right now because of it, then I go home and I know that where I made mistakes. I'm not going to try and backtrack and replace my mistakes and work with you. I'm done.
But let me ask this then to you. I'm assuming that you're playing to win. You're playing to be at that final tribal council and get the votes to pull off an actual win. How does ostracizing someone who you're expecting to be on the jury help you do that?
It actually hurts. It freaking does nothing but hurt my case in the end. And I've learned over the past few rounds that, you know, I have a problem with keeping my mouth shut. Whenever someone comes at me and someone makes me upset and someone makes me feel bad, I have a way of just not, I guess, treating them very well. I mean, I've yelled at Alex. Ruben and I have had words. And luckily, Baxter, Chris, and Tracy and I've never exchanged words with any of them. I just have never had a bad conversation in this entire game. But that being said, I'm just not really going to sit back and try and play nice with Ruben. At that point, I consider that more of a respect thing. I wouldn't expect him to be fake with me if I had messed up and been on the wrong side of numbers.
Ruben, you feel like
I go home.
What's up?
I said if I go home. Oh, go ahead, David. I'm sorry.
That's right. Ruben, do you feel like you messed up and wound up on the wrong side of the numbers? Or do you think that that was somebody else's fault?
The reason why, like, the whole reason why, like, and everybody I was working with are in this situation, because I came to this game, I'm not going to lie to anybody, like, I wanted to work with a set group of people. Everyone knows who that group of people was at the beginning of the game that I wanted to work with. It was the Travelers, and it was the new Alters. That's what I wanted to work with. But then people decided to have a completely different agenda. People changed things up, and I understand that they were doing what they thought was most beneficial for them. I don't think it was the most beneficial for them. I mean, we'll see if one of them wins because of it. But like for me, I wanted to work with these people. They were the ones that didn't want to stick to what we were wanted to stick to. They were the ones that changed things up. And then now we're at Final 5, or even like Final 6. They were talking about trying to talking bad about me in Final 6. Final 7, they tried voting me out. So it's like now we're at Final 5, and they still didn't try to talk to me until I won immunity. And I understand why. I get it. I do. I understand why. But I mean, honestly, it makes this choice a little bit easier for me going to tribal council because of that reason.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely.
So Baxter, there is some fairly clear evidence that leading up to tonight, there are 4 of you who have been voting together pretty consistently. But now that's not an option. Now that Ruben has immunity and can't be the obvious vote, obviously something else has to happen. How do you see this going?
Well, I can only go off of one thing, and that is the fact that Tracy S. made a final 3 with Dalton and I, and that's who I'm gonna vote with. I adore Chris. I think he's a really great guy, but Tracy came to me and offered me that, and I agreed, and I stick very loyal to someone when they especially offer me a final 3. So
you're rolling purely on loyalty at this point.
Yeah, that's just how I play the game.
Have you given any thought to who you can beat in the final tribal council situation?
I don't think I beat Tracy S., but I think I beat Dalton, and I know I can't beat Ruben.
Okay. Now I know that Lori had a question for each of you, so let's let her talk.
Okay. Start with Tracy.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to the very beginning of the game. If you could go back and change one thing about your game, whether it was a promise you made or an alliance you made or a way that you handled a challenge or any choice that you made in this entire game, if you could go back and change one aspect of your entire gameplay, what would it be and why?
I wouldn't have let Walter sit or play the battleship game. I would have played instead of him. I wouldn't have sat that one out because his misunderstanding of the game, I think, may have had something to do with us losing. I know we had 2 tribes against us, but I think we could have done better if he had understood the game more. And if I had known he didn't understand what was going on, I would have played instead of setting out that game.
Okay. Ruben, same question.
Honestly, I would say the only thing I would probably change is going back to the tribal stage of the game about who we voted out first.
So you would have voted out somebody besides McFly?
Yeah.
Who would
The only reason, I mean, obviously Dalton, because I don't know what McFly would have done. I now know what obviously Martin did, but I don't know what McFly would have done. So I mean, obviously, maybe if it was Martin first and McFly was still in the game, this entire game could have went differently.
Okay. Dalton?
That's the stupidest answer of all time.
Same question for Dalton.
I would consider taking the low road that Ruben just took, but I would consider the high road, and one of the great decisions I made in the game was aligning with him because it was a great ally. But carrying on, the worst decision I made in the game was actually, believe it or not informing Ruben that I was playing and I was ready to go balls to the wall, but I was ready to go balls to the wall with him by my side. Because Ruben likes to be in control of a lot of things, like in the bedroom, in life. Like, it's okay. Like, we all know. We've had those conversations. And that's great. Like, that's kind of a turn on. But at the same time, like, you wanting to be in control, and that's what I kind of like doing, so I didn't really think I had to seek your approval to vote Barry out.
Okay. Chris, same question?
Sorry, my mouse was like broken. So one thing that I would have done differently, I think the only thing that I would have changed is probably be a little bit more social with some people at the start of jury, like Barry, because I never even got to know Barry as Barry, so I wish I got to talk and socialize with him more. But other than that, I wouldn't change anything.
Okay. Baxter, you're the last one.
Yeah, I would say, is it my biggest regret in the game? Is that what it is?
If you could go back all the way to the very beginning of the game, when the game first started, all the way from then until now, if you could change one aspect of any part of your gameplay, what would it be and why?
I would definitely say just putting all my trust into certain people. because I did that with Newman, and he tried to blindside me, and I did it with some people that are still left in the game, and I'm not going to be super shocked if it happens tonight. So I think just trusting people too much is something I would change.
Okay. That's the only question I have.
Okay. Thank you,
That was
Lori.
a good question, Lori.
Thanks.
All right. So the situation as it stands right now is 4 people that have been voting together are going to have to vote one of themselves out. This is a very critical vote because it is going to set the stage for the final tribal council. If you have anything to say, I really suggest you do so right now.
Oh,
Tracy, I've
regardless
been
what
with
happens.
you for a while now. Just keep that in mind.
Can you say that again, Baxter? You got stepped on. I couldn't hear exactly what you said.
I'm just pleading to Tracy. It's all good.
Dalton, you seem to want to say something too.
I just said that for the jury that's watching this, whenever you get the chance, and to the people that I'm still with, Tracy, Chris, Baxter, and even Ruben, I just wanted you guys to know that I know one of us has to go tonight, but I've really, really enjoyed getting to play with all of you guys. I don't feel like I've ever played with Tracy since the first game. Believe it or not, I've never really played alongside Baxter, and I've never really worked heavily with Chris. So I know one of us has to go, but I'm really happy we got to work together as long as we did.
Okay. Last chance. And with that, it's time to vote. You know where to do it and how, so go ahead and cast your votes.
Baxter, you have someone looking over your shoulder.
I know it's my family. They're so interested. I usually play in my bedroom by myself. I'm at my house right now, though.
Okay, I have the votes in. They've been tallied. Once the votes are read, the person voted out will be removed from this call immediately. And I'd like to remind you, once you are voted out, you should have no further contact with the players still in the game. I will open up the jury house to you as soon as I can. I'll read the votes. First vote. Dalton. Tracy. Chris. 1 vote Dalton, 1 vote Tracy, 1 vote Chris, 2 votes left. Dalton. 13 person voted out, and the 7th member of our jury, Dalton. You'll need to bring your charge.
Love you, Dalton.
Sorry, Dalton.
Sorry,
Okay.
Dalton.
Here's your chance for last words, man.
I'm thinking about them. That was slick, Tracy.
Why does everybody think it's me?
Because it is you. Girl, I'm going to tell you right now, as I'm standing up to give the beautiful David my torch, if you don't start owning up, sweetie, I will rip you a new orifice in the jury house. So just be prepared. It's going to be a good time. Chris, I'm disappointed. I meant what I said whenever I said I was going to Final 2 with you. I meant it. The second time came on me. Ruben, good job, buddy. You get to the end. No, nothing but respect. And my boy Baxter. Freaking better slay. Bye, you guys. It was so much fun. Thank you so much for hosting, David.
We love you, Dalton.
Thank you, Dalton, for giving it every bit of power you had, man. Thanks.
Oh, yes. So much slayage, but damn, Tracy. You're a cold-hearted snake.
Yeah, I know, but I still love you.
I know. Just own it in the end, sweetie. Love you.
Thank you, Dalton. And with that, you are at 4. At this point, obviously things are going to, they're going to get big. They're going to get possibly even a little nasty. So be ready for it, because at this point, it gets emotional. Hang tight, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I'm going to leave this call up for a little bit, but I'm going to stop the broadcast now.